Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Tuesday the 29th of the 6th, 2021. Time is 0435, just gone 4:30 in the morning, GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, yesterday, Monday the 28th then, we had an unopposed positive driver in the yen at plus 78. No backdoor flows, the opposing negative flows coming out the pound at minus 50, out the euro minus 25, and the dollar was a negative rock at minus 3. Activity plus or minus 78. Intra-week then, this is from the Monday open to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive opposed driver in the yen, plus 158. Front and backdoor flows, mainly coming out the pound minus 106, out the euro at minus 61. And the dollar was the positive rock at plus 9, activity plus or minus 167. Intraday, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. Again, we got a positive opposed driver in the yen at plus 81. Front and backdoor flows, mainly coming out the pound minus 58, out the euro minus 38. And the dollar was the positive rock at plus 15, activity plus or minus 96. Right, what's going to knock it about? Well, light day today, yesterday. Pretty light day today. We've got German CPI about lunchtime and the ECB Lagarde speech. And tomorrow it starts to ramp up a bit. So we've got China non-manufacturing and manufacturing PMIs, GBP, GDP, Euro CPI and US ADP, which will be widely looked at as a front runner for the NFP, non-farm payrolls. Right, so what have our trades been doing? Well, they've come back a little bit. They're still pretty weak, about 2,000 points up at the moment. The market hasn't really changed from our perspective. We'll have a look at the flows and the asset classes now, and then do some analysis before we finish. Right, so Euro is weak, except against the AUD, the NZD and the Swiss. The yen is strong across the board. The pound is weak, except against the AUD and the NZD. The Swiss is weak, except against the pound, the AUD and the NZD. The CAD is strong, except against the yen and dollar. The AUD is weak across the board. The NZD is weak except against the AUD, and the dollar is strong except against the yen. So what have we got? We've got yen strength. Remember last week the flows were yen weakness. They're now reversing. Okay, so and we've got AUD weakness. That was pretty weak last week anyway. So and take the pick in the middle. Right. So we'll look at the asset classes now. So start with the dollar index. Let's try and get an overview of where the market is then. So US dollar index. What was it? Basically it looks something like this. It's about 0.2 from the modelled high, so the dollar's still pretty strong. Gold's not going to like it. It's 0.42 from the floor. Oil broke significantly. It's just come off slightly. So oil's still pretty high, but it's just had a little bit of a pause. Wall Street has got this sort of lower high sort of look to it, and it's about 0.31 from the high. S&P broke and it's plus 0.12 from the high, so it's 0.12, 12% higher than the break. The tech is 0.28 higher from the high, so it's 28% higher than the break at the moment in model terms. Right, US 10-year, right, it's sort of dirging around, but the price has come back a bit, so it's 0.45 from the floor, and the bund looks a bit like that. It's 0.36 from the high. So the price of the bund is relatively much higher than the price of the US 10-year. Therefore, the yield of the bund is relatively lower than the US 10-year. So we've got and this is why we're getting potentially we're having a look at Euro USD weakness in the next few days, but that hasn't happened to a great degree. So copper, let's have a look. Copper's sort of got that soft look to it, 0.23 from the floor, and US steel sort of is 0.28 from the floor. So they're both soft. Commodities are soft basically, and even oil's starting to think about coming off a bit. So right, let's have a look at wrapping it up. So we've got, apart from what is it? Let's have a look. Apart from German CPI, we've got a light day today again. We're short NZ, the USD dollar against the euro, the pound, and the AUD, and we're short NZD, euro, pound, CAD, AUD. Right, so the driver today is likely to be this this German CPI. That's on the euro end. We're running into tomorrow's ADP, which everyone is going to be paying a lot of attention to. The AUD is pretty soft. The commodity currencies are soft. Commodities are soft. So it looks generally like, as I said, we're long AUD, NZD, but in the short term, I think you're going to see downward pressure in that pair. Euro dollar again. I think as yesterday, we're long euro dollar, but we think we're going to deteriorate in those two positions. So they're the soft end of it really, and the market is dirging around at the moment. So if you're going to have a go short term, maybe between this window of ADP, etc., short AUD, NZD, and short euro dollar. And obviously the euro is going to be dependent on the German CPI. Right, so hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.